Hi, KS family. I want to greet you all in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Kiara Ramchunder, and I have the privilege of being a daughter of this house. My Beyond moment takes us back to 2021. I was in grade 9 at the moment, and for those of you who don't know, before my journey of being a Christian, I was a Hindu. Until 6 years ago, this year will be 6 years that I'm a Christian. And in the beginning of my grade 8 year, I didn't really know the Lord as much as I do now, and I was still learning what it is to be a Christian and get to know who the Lord was. And for me at that point, it was more of going to church because your mom goes, or going to church because it became a habit. Every Sunday you need to be in church, until I really grew on understanding who the Lord was. But my Beyond moment is actually in grade 9, 2021, when it was a school holiday. And for me, generally every school holiday I would go to my dad's house, which is in Chatsworth. But this specific holiday I didn't go, and I was at home with my mom. And like always, we went visiting families and places, and we decided to go to a family member's house to stay for the weekend. But plans changed, we didn't end up staying, and we planned on going back home that same day. But then again, plans changed, and it so happened that we ended up staying at their home for that night. And mind you, my family is big, and their family was also quite big, so sleeping was kind of a problem, but we made that work. And night came, we was asleep, and this is where I really felt God come in. People say that good dreams are from God, bad dreams are from Satan or the devil. But personally, I would disagree, because in the way that I felt God come into me at that night was definitely something I didn't expect. I have a fear of clowns for a very long time, and 18-year-old me still has a fear of clowns. And at that point, we stayed over at this family's house and went to sleep, so on. And in the middle of the night, the sleeping arrangements were quite rough, but we figured that out. We went to sleep. When we woke in the middle of the night, I felt something like I had a crazy dream of a clown, and it jumped in front of my face, and I woke up with a shock. Because mind you, as I said, I'm terrified of clowns, and I woke up with a shock. When I woke up and I opened my eyes, my top was above my chest, and there's a specific guy that we took with us for this trip, because initially we went for fishing. So because we ended up staying that night, he was there as well, and his hands were on me. My top was above my chest, and the reason I chose this as my Beyond is because if I hadn't got that dream, I wouldn't have woke up. I'm a deep sleeper, and I know I wouldn't have woke up, and I wouldn't have known what could have happened next, where that situation could have went forward to. I woke up and I saw that, and I couldn't scream, I couldn't talk, I didn't know what to do at that moment. I didn't know who to call, what to say. I woke up with the shock, and I just looked at him, and it was like as if my voice was gone. I couldn't scream. And thankfully, my elder brother McAllister was beside me, so he woke up at that moment when he asked me what was wrong, and I couldn't even explain to him what happened. I was still in shock. eventually I calmed down, and I had to swap places with him to sleep because I couldn't explain to him what was wrong to even sort the situation at that moment. Until the next morning, thankfully, there were a lot of adults in the house, and obviously God was with me. He knew that I needed someone to talk to about the situation. I couldn't look that guy in the eye. Every time I saw him, I was going to burst out in tears, and I was terrified of the sight of him. And thankfully, this family member's house that we went to, they had a daughter that was close to my age that schooled with me. So I knew her well because of school. So I was comfortable to talk to her about it because it was the first time we went to their house, so I didn't know them as well, but I knew the daughter, so I could open up to her and tell her about it. And I told her, do not tell anyone about it. But this is where God came in, because I told her, please don't tell anyone, because you know what, as much as I want to sort the situation, I know after we leave here, I'm never going to see this guy, so everything will be fine from then. But I explained the situation to her, and I told her what happened and that I couldn't tell anybody because I was so scared about what's going to happen. And her mother heard it from like a mile away. Her mother was, and she heard me explaining. Yet I whispered and told her about it, but her mother heard it, and she asked what happened, and then she explained, and that's how everybody came to know about the situation, and it got sorted out. And it's like 5 years later now, 4 to 5 years later, and I haven't seen this guy ever since. Obviously, because of the situation, we did like send him off from there, so he didn't come home with us. I haven't seen him till now, and I don't know which part of the world he is, whether he lives where I live anymore, because I don't see him. And if you tell me that's not God, then I don't know what it is, because I believe that if I didn't have that dream, I don't know where things would have went. And it was definitely God speaking to me. People tell me that bad dreams come from Satan or the devil, and personally I would say that if you don't let Satan, if you don't give Satan a chance, he wouldn't come into your mind and give you thoughts and dreams. So everything for me comes from God as a sign, and that dream was definitely there to wake me up. If I hadn't woken up, I don't know where things would have went and what could have happened. So before I end, I want to leave you the verse that I live by. It's Isaiah 41:10. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, and I will help you, and I will uplift you with my righteous right hand.